Hey everyone, welcome back to AI with Absaar. Today, Anthropic just shook the AI world by announcing their upgraded 3.5 family of models. They posted, "Today, we're announcing an upgraded Claude 3.5 Sonnet and a brand new model, Claude 3.5 Haiku." Claude 3.5 Sonnet delivers improvements across the board with significant gains in coding, a field where it was already leading. And Claude 3.5 Haiku? It matches the performance of Claude 3 Opus, but at the same cost and speed of previous Haiku models. But here's where things get really exciting. Claude 3.5 Sonnet is introducing a game-changing new feature, computer use. This capability allows developers to direct Claude to use computers like humans do. We're talking about moving cursors, clicking buttons, typing text, all within the same API. It's still in public beta, a bit clunky and prone to errors, but Anthropic released it early to get feedback from developers, and they expect rapid improvements. Now, let's get into the real meat of today's announcements. Claude 3.5 Sonnet and the incredible advancements it's bringing in coding and reasoning. This model is a serious upgrade and is already making waves with its benchmark results. When we compare Claude 3.5 Sonnet to competitors like GPT-4 Turbo and Gemini 1.5 Pro, Claude dominates across all domains. Especially when it comes to reasoning, Claude is ahead in graduate-level benchmarks, outpacing both GPT-4 Turbo and Google's Gemini 1.5 Pro. In the MMLU benchmarks, which test a wide range of subjects, Claude 3.5 has pulled ahead by a solid 3%, which is impressive. But where Claude 3.5 Sonnet really shines is in coding. The performance bump here is wild. We're seeing a massive leap in high school math competitions, where Claude nearly doubles the performance of its predecessor, Claude 3.0. Claude's ability to handle mathematical tasks is now on a completely different level. In visual understanding tasks like visual QA, it's bumped up by 2%, which now puts Claude 3.5 Sonnet at the cutting edge in that domain too. One thing to note is that Anthropic specifically focused on improving Claude's vision capabilities. So when you feed Claude a screenshot, especially when using its new computer use feature, it's far more effective at understanding what's on screen. Now, let's talk benchmarks. In specialized coding tasks, Claude 3.5 sets a new standard, reaching 49% on the BenchVerified metric, compared to its previous score of 33.4%. That's an insane improvement. In fact, Alex Albert from Anthropic said the most significant gains are in coding, where Claude 3.5 Sonnet now outperforms OpenAI's Codex and other models that were specifically built for coding tasks. This level of improvement in a general-purpose AI model is almost unprecedented. Let's not forget about the leaderboard. Anthropic is constantly breaking benchmarks in software engineering. Every month, we're seeing a 5% improvement across various coding tasks. Whether it's from better scaffolding or smarter internal systems, Claude just keeps getting better, faster, and more capable. And speaking of Agentic AI, Anthropic is pushing hard into that territory. On the airline benchmark for Agentic tool use, Claude 3.5 Sonnet scores 46%, a 10% gain over the previous version. This focus on agentic coding, teaching the AI to plan and execute tasks independently, is where the future of AI is headed. By 2025, Agentic AI will likely be the standard, and Claude 3.5 is setting the pace. Now let's talk about the new kid on the block, Claude 3.5 Haiku. This model replaces the older 3.0 Haiku as the fastest and least expensive version in the lineup. Despite being budget-friendly, it still outperforms many high-end models in coding, even surpassing GPT-4 and the original Claude 3.5 Sonnet in certain tasks. And the best part? Haiku will be available soon and is going to be a lot cheaper, making it a perfect option for developers who need speed and performance without breaking the bank. Now let's dive into the real groundbreaking feature, computer use. Anthropic has released a few demo videos, and what we're seeing is next level. Instead of developing tools to help Claude complete individual tasks, they've given it general computer skills. The AI can now interact with standard tools and software programs in ways that are eerily human-like. Here's how it works. Developers can now use the API to direct Claude to do things like fill out this form or check this spreadsheet. In a demo video, Claude takes screenshots of a screen, identifies missing information in a spreadsheet, navigates to a CRM, finds the data, and fills out a form, all automatically. It's still in beta, But this could completely change how developers use AI for automation, especially in tasks like building software, conducting research, or completing repetitive processes. The system is still in its infancy, and Anthropic admits that it makes mistakes, but the potential is enormous. There's also an example of Claude writing code and debugging it by interacting directly with the user's computer. In one demo, Claude opens a Chrome browser, navigates to a coding task, downloads files, opens them in VS Code, starts a local server, and even identifies errors in the terminal. Imagine having an AI that can fix code bugs by itself while interacting with your computer in real time. But it's not just for power users. In another demo, Claude helps someone plan a hiking trip by looking up sunrise times, calculating distances, and even setting up a calendar invite, all done through interacting with the computer like a human would. Anthropic also acknowledges the safety risks of using computer use AI. They recommend precautions like using virtual machines and limiting access to sensitive data to avoid security issues. Claude can even follow unintended commands if they show up on a website, so keeping it sandboxed is important until the technology matures. In conclusion, Claude 3.5 is not just a huge leap forward, it's setting new standards in coding, reasoning, and agentic tasks. As we look toward 2025, when agentic AI is expected to dominate, Claude 3.5 is already miles ahead of the competition. Whether it's the incredible coding performance, the new computer use capabilities, or the cost-effective Claude 3.5 Haiku, it's clear that Anthropic is leading the charge into the future of AI. Stay tuned, because this race for AI supremacy is far from over.